What's up, everyone? It is your girl Gelbeauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we got another old school versus new school. So if y'all remember in the 5 brands that duped themselves a while ago, I told y'all that the Wild Chameleon from Huda looks similar to the Lovefest from Huda. So I figured we could try them out today in this old school versus new school. So let me open up so you can see what they look like. But I feel like they both look pretty damn similar. And I was like, I really don't see the point. I mean, one looks a little bit more summery than the other one, but otherwise I feel like they look pretty much the same. I feel like the only thing that was supposed to throw us off was the fact that this bright purple was in here. Because I feel like if I covered up, a lot of the shades in here look really similar. Let me hold it there so you can see what I'm talking about. See? This palette looks pretty similar. And then I put the bright shimmerish purple in the middle instead of on the corner like she did with this one that was supposed to throw us off or something like it didn't. Huda. They pretty much look the same to me, but you can comment down below and tell me otherwise. But as usual, y'all know the drill. We're gonna get into this old one first and we're gonna go into the new one, and then I'm gonna do an eye look. If you're curious what's on my eyes right now, this is the Sage's Day palette from ColourPop, because y'all know I had to get it and see if they dupe themselves too, because it looks a lot like the Child without the price point of the Child that you can just buy from Ulta. So I've already made that video and you'll hear I'm sure you will have heard my thoughts by now, because this video is way up there when it comes to old school versus new school. Y'all understand I got like old school versus new school to the end of March, and it's only January the 6th. So anyway, the inside of this palette I love. This is one of my favorite color stories of all of them. Out of all the Wild Obsessions palettes, this is my favorite set. I know a lot of people like the what is it, the Nude Obsessions the best, but we know I'm not a nude person, so this is mine. The Nude Obsessions would probably be second for me because the formula on those is really good. The formula on these is really nice though too, and the fact that all of them have color in them except for like 2 of them. Half of them are colorful and half of them are neutral and boring, but I actually ended up buying all of them because I liked the formula that much. But anyway, this one was, I think, my first favorite. Then the Python, which was the green, was my second, and then the Jaguar was my last. But I really like this one because it does, although it does have a lot of warm tones in it, it has some berry tones to go along with it too, and then it has this bright purple to go with, so I can make an easy berry tone look with this bright purple, or I can do like those. Okay, so I don't remember the last thing I was saying about this palette because I had to go and delete a whole bunch of stuff off the card. That I ended up taking one of the videos off the card in order to make space to fill this one. But I know I said that I really like this one, and this was one of my favorite collections, and then it looks really similar to this other one, so we just gonna get into the other one. Sorry it took so long to do all this stuff that I forgot where we were. So next I have the Lovefest palette here. This is the one she came out with in 2022. That came out with the Lost Cherry and the cream blushes. I still haven't got my hands on the cream blushes. I wanted them. It was just more, I was in a rush to get them because y'all have to think how many blushes I have that are powder, and I don't really use the cream ones nearly as much as I use the powder ones. The powder ones are just easier for me to maneuver, and I don't have to use the extra step because when you have oily combination skin, that's just not it. But back to this palette. So I felt like it was just another version of what I just showed you, so I wasn't too excited to have it in my collection. I bought it because I figured people would want a review on it, and I could do a comparison of it to the other Huda palette. Y'all know I love and live to give y'all comparisons and tell y'all what I think is best compared to other things. So that's how I ended up with this palette, to be perfectly honest. The color story doesn't really speak to me in any way. It's kind of like, you know, just another version of that one, and I like the bright purple in that one better than I like this kind of deeper purple. And I don't really care about these marbly swirly shades because they're in the bigger palettes that come out once a year. So this one was just okay to me. It's not necessarily that the formula was bad. I do think the formula on the Wild Chameleon is better than this one though. That's just my personal opinion. But you know, this one's cute or whatever. We're gonna see how she pairs along the other one. I don't remember doing an actual video comparing both of these. I just remember telling y'all that they looked similar, but I don't think I took the time to do a video just because I was like, you know, I have so much other stuff going on. I can show you that it's similar and then move on with my life, and that's what I did. So now that I have time to do it, since it's kind of slow season, it's just a lot of foundation trying on, and a few complexion corners are going to be coming because I'm sure more foundations are going to drop besides the 3 that I have tried. I'm currently trying one right now. This is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Radiance foundation, and the foundation powder that goes along with it in the shade Burkina. I always wear the shade in Burkina if anyone was curious, but we're gonna put these two to the dust. So let me zoom around real quick and cute like. There you go. How you doing? Yeah, like I said, my eyes are ColourPop. My lips are actually a lipstick from Elf. They came out with, I hear they're supposed to be dupes for NARS lipsticks. I've never tried a NARS lipstick that was in the bullet form, so I don't know, but I hear they're dupes for those. So if you're curious on a good dupe, I guess you can watch some other creators that like have a dupe of that. This one time I ain't got the dupe, girl. I know, right? It's a shock. The world's coming to an end. I don't have to do it for the lipstick though. I'm sorry, I don't. But I'm gonna go off camera, get my life in order. I'm probably gonna do the Wild Chameleon off camera since it's the older one, and I want you to see the newest formula on camera so you can get an idea. Because I feel like if I remember correctly, this one, the Lovefest, is cheaper than the Wild Chameleon. Don't quote me though. I didn't deep dive into it and make sure about that. That's why I'm saying don't quote me. But I'm gonna go off camera and do the Wild Chameleon, and I'll be right back. Okay, girl? Okay. Okay, y'all, so this is what I came up with for the Wild Chameleon. Now let's get into the Lovefest. So I'm gonna take this shade right here in the crease. Of course, y'all know that out of these shades, this little deep shade she has. She always does that. I'm gonna mix these two shades. Sorry, no, yeah, these two shades here for the brow bone area, and then we will put this purple on the lid, and then this shade, the inner corner, and call it a day, girl. So. Tap both those together and start. I'm hoping the card doesn't get full because I'm like, man, I don't have time for cards to getting full and sabotaging me and all that. Because today is the day I have to go register Adriangameover for high school. I know, right? I'm almost at the end of the road when it comes to taking somebody to school. When it's college, you have to take yourself. So I'm in my last stretch of registering somebody for school. And like, these people like are aggressive. I didn't take him last week because I was like, they said you can go to the one that's next week. So the lady calls me literally like, I think Wednesday or Thursday, and she's like, yeah, so Adrian's registering with this group and you have to come at this time and whatever. And I'm like, but y'all sent a message saying that I didn't even have to come to like the end of February or the beginning of February or the last week of January. And it's like when I didn't come to this first one, it's like they hunted me down and they're like, yeah, so at these times, whatever, it's like y'all sent the thing in the mail last week. I got it. You don't have to call me and tell me about this. Like, is your enrollment down and that's why you're like stalking me? Because I thought this was a public school, so why are you bothering me so hard about this boy registering? Like, what is going on? Especially since school doesn't start till August, but y'all bother me in January about something that doesn't happen till August. He hasn't even graduated from the 8th grade yet. Why are you bothering me? I was just like, oh, child. And then they asking like a million questions. I don't know, I'm a person who's like private about a lot of stuff, believe it or not. I mean, I talk to y'all about stuff because I'm trying to connect and, you know, y'all supposed to be my besties, but it's like, I don't like just going around telling certain people a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm just over here like, y'all asking too much. We taking the brown shade now and just putting it on the outer V. Y'all know the drill. Like, I have to have my winged out outer V situation. I just put a black pencil on the lower lash line because, I mean, in the waterline, because y'all know I can't do no lower lash line work. I got to film the McGrath videos today, and I'm trying to get some of these extra videos out the way because I don't want to have to drive all the way back out here after Adriangameover is registered for school this afternoon. Because I'm doing it in the afternoon. I was like, I'm not doing the morning. I figured everybody was going to get up early in the morning and rush to get it out of the way. And I was like, you know, I'm going to be one of the stragglers, so then that way they, you know, whatever I need help with or whatever I need done, you know, I'll still have time. But I was like, I'm not going to be one of those people that rushes in at 9 a.m. Like, we're not doing that now. Aside from the fact y'all know I'm not a morning person. I'm a night owl, so I'm one of those nocturnal people that's up at 3 in the morning just randomly for no reason. Well, normally it's for work, but it's like on the weekends I'm just randomly up at 3 a.m. because I'm used to being up at 3 a.m. So I literally didn't fall asleep, I don't think, till like 4 or 5 in the morning, and then I had to get up at like 10 to start filming this, so it's a whole experience for me. Okay, y'all, so the battery is blinking, so I'm gonna go off camera and get a new battery, and then we're gonna come back and put the brown in the crease, and then we'll do the shimmers and call it a day, girl. Okay, y'all, so back to this brown plate. Yeah, so it's not gonna be the exact same colors on this side, because on this side it's more like a burgundy shade, but I also have to use what's in each palette to try to make it match and work. This blends out really nicely. I'm excited about the KVD Beauty foundation that's coming out. I know other people already bought it from their website, but I was like, I just don't want to, I didn't want to buy it from their website because I'm like, if I get the wrong shade or if I don't necessarily like it, I want to be able to take it back and I have to go through a whole hassle. So that's why I was like, I'm going to personally get it from, you know, Sephora when it drops, and hopefully I can go to the store and just get it that day and they'll have my shade in stock, so that way I can get a wear test at least done, even if I don't get the intro and stuff filmed for another day. Because I know it drops on, I want to say it drops on Monday, or is it Tuesday? Okay, so it drops on Monday because it drops on the 6th. So I'm like, hopefully I can go to Sephora on the 6th, pick it up, and give y'all a whole wear test situation. And then y'all can see the video Tuesday. We'll see how that goes, because I don't know. Okay, so let's get the glitter glue, and then we'll do this purple on the lid. Because the purples were the only colors that matched in the palette. So it's like they tried to change little things about them so that way it wouldn't look exact. But it's like you didn't change enough, in my personal opinion, for me to, you know, just be willing to go out and buy this one if I was a normal consumer. Like I tell you before, a lot of times I buy stuff to give you comparisons and whatnot. Plus, if it's a brand I use a lot in videos, I know like it'll be good for content and other things. So I try to look at stuff from that way sometimes, or a lot of the time I should say, as opposed to just. So this one's a more iridescent shimmery purple, as the one in the Chameleon palette, as we can see, is one of those deep rich metallic shades. I feel like it's one of those like Topper S type shades she likes to put out. That has a little bit of a shift to it. I feel like it's doing a little bit of blue in addition to the purple that you see on the lid. So it's giving a little bit of difference in each one, but like I said, it's just not giving enough difference for me. And at first glance, it's like it looks like you don't even need either one of them. So I specifically wanted to do this. Now let's take this. Let's drop the brush out. Chocolate brown shade. Hello. I'm not even gonna go outside and take a look at me. I think I'm a sexy picture because I gotta save for time. Like I told y'all, Adriangameover has to register for school. So I'm not gonna worry about it. Now he'll probably ought to be registered by the time this video goes live. But as usual, y'all know I just talk about whatever's happening at the time, and then whenever the video goes up, it just goes up. So now we're gonna get into the inner corner shade, which is the sparkly one in the corner. And I'm literally about to edit this right after I get done talking to y'all about my thoughts and which one won and all that stuff. So this is the Wild Chameleon side, and this is the Lovefest side. So let me back up. I'm talking about my thoughts now and which one I thought won. So as usual, each one I like for different reasons. Here's some swatches of each one. So this is the shade we just put in the inner corner. This is from the Lovefest. This is from Chameleon. Lovefest, Chameleon. So I like each palette for different reasons. Like I like the shimmery purple in this palette, the topperish shimmers in this palette I like because I feel like they could go good on top of the shades in the Wild Chameleon palette. Like I would put the purple shade that's on this lid on top of the Chameleon purple shade on this side. I like the mattes and shimmers in here just a little bit more though. Like I wasn't crazy about this shade that I have in my inner corner. It's nice for inner corner shade, but I feel like it's giving more of that satin effect. And y'all know I like more of a bold metallic or more like sparkly wet looking ones. So the sparkly wet looking ones I feel like are in the Lovefest, and I feel like more metallic ones are in the Wild Chameleon. But if I had to pick just based upon looking at both of them, I feel like we know which one I'm gonna pick. The Wild Chameleon I just like better because I like the bold colors that she added to this one and the metallics in here. And this one, it's just okay. Like if you prefer the tones on this side of the face, then I feel like you would like this one. But I'm gonna say I still like the Wild Chameleon the best. So those are my Wild Chameleon ones for me. But you can comment down below and tell me which one you prefer. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.